Hello friends, happy Monday evening. It's Shannon. I just wanted to do some project updates. From I haven't been working on things consistently, but I wanted to share what I am working on. So I did start the finishing of this little cherries bag charm. I am not doing a very good job of this. So I cut the cookies and I did okay on the sizing. But when I went in to do the little V cuts to make it, to make the canvas have tabs that I could wrap around the canvas, there was one portion up here, if you remember when I was needlepointing, I had started with a larger circle, and so I had some extra needlepoint stitches, and so then when I cut into it, that all started to unravel, and it was madness. So I quickly pulled out my fray check to at least, try to contain the anarchy, the chaos. And so I put some fray check on those little areas, which is not ideal, but you can see it there. There were just two little areas. And so I had to quickly just try to sew it down. It was also not working very well. And so I augmented with artist tape. I might have put that away already. So there was a lot happening. I did not film any of this because I was just trying to secure it before it all I felt like it was all going to fall apart. Oh, here's the artist tape. So I had this artist tape, and I had heard somebody or saw somebody on TikTok who said that for irregular shapes, she has better success taping down the little tabs than doing the sew method. And I was desperate, and so I just started doing all of it. So I sewed it down, and then I had the fraying situation, so I used the fray check, and then I used just little bits, like little 1/4 inch, just taping it to try to get it smoothed out. So it's not great, it's not ideal, but it's good enough. Okay, so I now need to sew my cording. And again, I don't really pay attention to people's instructions. I just wing it. And so this little join is not perfect. It's not even good, but it's good enough for me. So the goal here is that I'm going to do the little cording, and I use the store-bought cording. I got this set, and it had the other one in it too. And it was a set. I think I got this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one or the other. And I just liked it because they were small, they were metallic. Hobby Lobby, I'm pretty sure. And I didn't have to make cording because I've shared with you that I'm not a very good cording maker. And so if I can skip a step, hot dog, work smart, not hard. Smarter, not harder. Okay, so goal is to sew this down. And then I saw somebody else on here who then used a little metal jump ring and then attached hers with, I think she used, I don't know. What I have in my mind is a little chain. So using metal, like a jewelry finding, instead of the cording. Because I haven't really liked the way that the cording loops around and whatnot. So I don't know. I'm just going to give it a try. So I don't know that I have the jewelry findings to do that, but most importantly right now is just getting this secured down before it all springs apart. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I might turn you around and just do a little bit of sewing and, just so that you can see how I'm doing it. All right, stand by. Okay, I'm going to give this a try. As I have stated, I do not have a good setup for over the head, but I'm trying something new, so we'll see how this works. Part of the issue is that I have to be able to see what I'm doing, and I can't. I've lamented all the different glasses that I have going on because I can't see through my bifocal. So the struggle is real, y'all. But anyway, okay, so I am using the invisible thread that I've also complained at nauseum about because I hate it so much, but it's what you kind of need to use for the job. So I've knotted my thread. I doubled up my thread this time because part of my struggle is that I will sometimes, pull the tail out. And so what I'm attempting to do is go from the front, through a little section, a little bite of the back, through the 2 twists, and then out the front. Hopefully, that's loosely what I'm doing here. Getting the filming is just an art in and of itself, I'm just going to tell you, and I clearly don't have the thing worked out. And so then, actually, I think what I want to do is go through from here. I think that's better. Because what I have found is that when I'm trying to just, sort of go over the top like a whip stitch and keep it in alignment with the twists, it just does not work very well. So, I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, because I am incapable of doing this and keeping it in frame, is I'm going to sew the cording on, and anyway, I'm going to sew the cording on, and then that will probably be it for the night. But then when I get some jewelry findings, I'll show you what I'm going to attempt to do by putting the little jump ring through the cording to then put a chain on this. So more to come on this, but you get the idea. So what I'm going to do is just sew on this cording ineffectively, and then I'll check back. Thanks. Have a great night.